Yo, welcome to the No Ideas original podcast featuring Shannon and Mr. Rob. What's up, Rob? How you doing, bro?
Hanging in there, good brother. How about yourself?
I'm good. How your week been going?
My week has been fine, man. A lot of things going on at the house. The garage fixed today. AC do coming through. Came through the other day. I
Yo,
got
what's wrong? What's wrong with your garage?
my dumb ass backed up into it.
Oh
I, I,
man.
I went. I went and took the dogs to the vet. And my dogs, as soon as you open the door, they want to spray out. You know what I'm saying? So I was
Mhm.
like, hold on. So when Inky jumped out, he hits the gear shift. It goes back in the reverse, and my foot hit it. So I'm struggling to keep him away. It was a mess. So me bumping into it threw it offline for a
Off the
little bit.
track?
It threw it off track a little bit, so it wouldn't close.
Oh
But
man.
they come to find out, right? Because we got so many spiders and shit. There's a web spun around the sensor, and the guy was like, "Oh, it's working. You just had to clean the sensor." I'm like, hold on.
$200 just for him to come out, probably, right?
50 right there just to come and clean
Knew
the
it.
webs out of the sensor.
Knew
Need.
it.
And then we
Damn.
got then we're waiting on our estimate on the roof. We definitely need it.
Damn. Yo, that AC shit is crazy though, because I had the same thing. Like my AC don't get serviced until the summer's over.
Yeah,
That's
September. And
that's
they
wild.
change the filter and all that, and and that's a quick bill too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you better get that service plan.
Yeah, we got it. Absolutely.
You got with the same people I got, right?
Carmine.
Yep, you know it.
Carmine. That's it.
Carmine's official. Yo, without further ado, let's bring the man of the hour in. We got Queensbridge, Immortal Legend, Iman Thug in the house. Yo,
Check
yo,
it, yo,
Iman,
yo, yo.
you
Check
have
it,
the
yo, yo,
distinction.
yo.
You have the distinction, though, bro, of being the first person, the first artist that we actually ran it back with. Like we
Oh
haven't
man.
had other artists come on for a second interview yet, and it's something that me and Rob have talked about for a long time. Like, kind
Right.
of bringing back people that
Wow.
that we had good interviews with and doing like a follow-up. So this is a natural fit to have you come back through because our first chat was crazy.
Yes. It's a blessing, fellas. First of all, I want to say thank you for having me. Thank you for
Absolutely.
supporting the thug, and I really appreciate it, guys. I really do, man.
Yo,
Yo,
anytime.
anytime,
Yeah.
man. And
Well, we're gonna start there.
Yo, man, and you're doing some great stuff, man. I'm watching you grow. I'm watching things develop. One of the things you talked
Yeah.
about the last time we spoke was about restoring the QB family, and that's what's
Mm.
happening, man. Talk about that a
Yeah.
little bit. Now that things are moving over the last year and a half.
Ah man, I think that it's just like you said, man. It's just all organic work, man. I think it's just me and V12 also, man. V12 is just a big extension of what we're working on right now and
Right.
things like that. And he's always been there, but just for this whole past year and a half, man, just grinding and seeing things coming to fruition is awesome. And just other QB members coming into, I ain't gonna say QB members. I'm gonna say other QB Avengers. I'm gonna
Mm.
say
Right.
that. Yeah, other QB Avengers coming into play, you know what I'm saying, and showing up, you know what I'm saying, was really appreciated. So
Right.
what we was looking to do is just you know what I'm saying, is just make sure we can represent everybody, you know what I'm saying, as a whole.
As
You
a
know what I'm saying?
conglomerate. And I appreciate
Yes,
you putting me on to Piff Jones too, bro. I
Hmm.
fucks with Piff now.
absolutely.
I fucks with Piff
Absolutely.
now.
Shout out to Pep.
Shout out
Absolutely.
to Piff. That's word.
Yes,
Yo,
yes, yes.
yo, let me say it's bug that Rob would start out by talking about like the growth and everything. Cause me and Rob, we talk, but we haven't talked about this interview prior to
Yeah,
us getting on tonight. And as I started preparing my line of questions, for you, one of the things I was thinking about was like, damn, like yo, the personal growth and the professional growth I see, and Iman Thug is like something to really admire. So I'm gonna get to that
thank you.
question later. But what I wanted to start off by asking you was, is there a different sense of accomplishment having completed your own first solo project on your own? And what I mean by that is that I made a list of just the different things that you probably have to do in your role now. So before it was only about performing. So now you're writing, you're performing. You got to make sure
Yeah,
that you select the producers. You got to work on marketing, promotion. You got to make sure the mix is right. You got to make
Mhm.
sure that the arrangements in terms of how you want the album to flow. You got to do
Yeah.
interviews. You got to watch the budget. All these different
Yes.
things now come into play in your role, and you still got to be an artist. So what does that look like now versus before when all you had to do was just kind of show up and rhyme?
I think it's just more fun for me.
Okay.
Right.
It's more fun for me. I love it, man.
That's right.
As a businessman, I enjoy doing business. I love doing business. I love putting new things on the platform.
Right.
Um, with that being said, the joy comes with everything. With that whole ride, man. You know what I'm saying? When I started to say, okay, let's do this Immortal Legend thing, and Oracle, and I sat down and we started really building on this thing, man. It was just all about having fun.
Right. I can
And
see that.
it's all about having fun, man. That's what I tell V12 too, man. We're gonna run it up, but we're gonna have fun while we're doing this.
I can
And
see that.
we want to keep everybody involved, man. Even saying like my brother, Lord Nez, and other different people. Amadeus fell into the play. You know what I'm saying? His team with the army and different people like that.
So,
Party G, Blazini, and the whole crew, man. So it's just a bunch of guys working, but it is great pride in bringing that solo project into fruition on my own. Not saying that I preferred it to be that way, but I think that it was still a way of me learning. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And brothers, listen, you got tough love too, man. That tough
Nah,
love
you
come
gotta
in
be
different
square. You
forms.
gotta be square out here, man. Yeah.
I said, son, I'm gonna keep it a whole bando. That tough love come in different forms, man. It really does. And I think that as wise men, we have to acknowledge that. We have to respect that plateau.
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it's either we're gonna rise or we're gonna fall. One or the other, man. Sometimes it's not about, what I'm saying, where you're gonna get the help from. It's about, what I'm saying, how you gonna persevere.
Yeah.
Right.
Yo, talk a little bit about the value though of tough love, because a lot of people
Right.
they're not objective enough to actually see and understand tough love. They just only see critique that, you're
Right.
critical of me, or you're telling me I can't do something, or you're telling me I'm doing something wrong. So for some people, that's a
Yeah.
blind spot where there's no growth for
In
them.
this generation, they got that. Some of this generation don't have that skin for it. We come from
Well,
a time where we can absorb someone pulling your collar, but like, nah, don't do that, do that.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
right. But I think it all boils down to also just growth and maturity, man. You know what I'm saying? I think that trying to force knowledge on a immature mind is a failure, right? So I think that we have to practice patience and raise our level of patience and tolerance
Right.
when we're dealing with people that we love. Yeah, when we're dealing with people that we love and people that we want to see win, we have to raise our tolerance level and our patience level and try to understand and identify where our brothers are and deal with them accordingly. You know what I'm saying? Because we want to make sure that people are set up to succeed and not to fail, right? We don't want to put them in a position to fail.
Mm-hmm.
There
Talk
you
that
go.
talk, Mom, boy, Mom, some
Yeah.
real
You
Fortune
hunger, bro.
500
You
shit.
hunger.
It's
Understand?
math.
You hunger.
It's
Boy.
math. It's mathematics.
Uh-huh.
It's
right.
math, brother. We dealing with knowledge of self, man. Brothers with true knowledge of self, man, and righteousness that are going to be righteous to the brothers that are exercising true righteousness, man.
That's right.
And we're not dealing with any false prophecy, no false prophecies or anything like that. We want to deal with with the math, man. What the math is,
Mm-hmm.
That's right. That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. Are you
Respect them.
working? Are you already working on the second EP? Because I know you had a 2-deal EP on your own. Are you started working on the second one already?
Yes, well, the EP turned into an LP with the Immortal Legend, so the second one has to be the same thing. Yeah, but we definitely working on new music right now. We got something. Actually, my brother Capone inspired me to do this record called Imam T.H.U.G, which is actually on the stove right now, man. He said to me like, "Yo, son, you gotta do this. You gotta do this record." Every time I say something, he said this to me, man. So I kind of got proactive with it. And I sent it to him like 8 o'clock in the morning, you know what I'm saying, like a few days ago. He was like, "Oh, that's what I'm talking about, son." So he's hyped. You know what I'm saying? So I have to I'm gonna do the record, then put him on the remix, and we're gonna get it out there to the people for the culture, man.
Will we get to hear that remember we talked last, that joint you did with Ayatollah, was it Jahidul Akbar?
Jihado Akbar.
Jahidul
Yeah,
Akbar. Is that
yeah,
on that's on the next joint too?
I hope so, man. Ayatollah, I've been trying to reach out to him, man, but
I'll
yeah,
plug you, Ayatollah.
Yo,
yeah,
Tola, I know
Ayatollah,
you watching,
Ayatollah's my
Tola.
brother. Yeah, that's my brother, man. I know he's trying to cook up and
Mm-hmm.
Do his thing.
and yeah, and do his thing, man. He's trying to re-identify himself, and you know what I'm saying, his music, and we support him.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yo,
Yes.
Iman, is it easier to bet on yourself now that you're a little bit older than when you were younger? And if so, why?
I think so. I think so. I think it's better to bet on myself now because I think that I've learned what it takes to do that.
Mm.
Right? What it takes
Right.
to bet on yourself is sustainability. You know, you have to be sustainable
Right.
within your own self, within your environment, and that's what I've created for myself. That's why it doesn't seem to be too difficult for me to run the plays that I'm running
Mm-hmm.
Right.
because I'm sustainable. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Right.
if
And
that makes sense.
No,
yeah,
it makes
so
perfect sense. It makes
yeah,
perfect
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, so in terms of like even thinking about sustainability, Rob and I talk a lot about like the process, right? Like there are a lot of
Yeah.
people that are very much oriented and they're like they're only interested in the results, the final end
Yes.
result or whatever it is. And a lot of
Yeah.
people they're not able to see the beauty in the process of actually working on something. It's like you started off by saying and seeing that thing come to fruition. So I think sometimes when
Yeah.
we're younger, it becomes a little bit more difficult to bet on yourself because you're already in the mode like, all right, I want this to happen, or this should have happened, or how come this hasn't happened? But I think after you get a little bit older, you begin to say, like, you know what, like, yo, there's real beauty in the journey of
Right.
actually getting from point A to point Z, right? And I think that may be part of the reason why you kind of got right now. You got the Bruce Leroy glow, bro. Like, you
Who's
on,
the
yo, you on
master?
fire right here. Every time I get on the gram, I'm like, yo, damn, your mom is doing this, your mom's doing that, you're doing everything. But I think, yo,
Yeah.
I still
we
like to
we
say, like, I
cooking,
think it's
man.
part of getting to a place where you like, yo, you know what? I'm
Yeah.
comfortable with betting on myself,
Right.
and I enjoy the process of whatever it means for me to get to this place. And the end result is going to be, I'm going to come out with a fire album as a result of it.
Yeah, man. I think that everything that I've gone through applies to everyone else who's gone through the similar journey, man. We all gone through the similar journey. We all come from the similar places. We have similar struggles, and I
Right.
think that everything has its similarities, man. It's all synonymous. You know what I'm
And that
saying?
helps. And that helps. That helps a lot.
Yeah, it does help, but what helps more is just, you know what I'm saying, keeping the energy in its right place, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it goes back to having knowledge of self and exercising that in its
Mm,
rawest form, where we can learn to appreciate how to, you know what I'm saying, respect one another. And that
Right.
comes from growth. That comes from growth too, and making mistakes. Man, the thug made mad mistakes. Let's be
mm,
clear about these things. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
hey, yeah, listen, man.
That's through
Won't be the
hunger.
last.
Through hunger understands
Listen,
growth.
yes, truth, hunger, understanding, and growth. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So
right.
yeah, so we here to manifest growth. We here to manifest that we can still do this thing at a high clip,
Right.
and we here to support a lot of upcoming talent, man. You know what I'm saying? You got
Right.
my man V12 coming out, the Black Sinatra, man.
shout out
Yeah.
V12.
You know what I'm saying? Let's be clear. Let's you know what I'm saying? Let's be clear on this, man. Like,
In
this new
real
record he
time.
got
In real
in
time.
real time. You know what I'm saying? His new record
Shout out
right
to
now, Grinding
B12,
Girl.
bro.
Shout out to V12, the Black Sinatra, aka Twizzy, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Me
You
and
know
son
what?
wrote a song. Me and son, hold on. Me and son wrote a song together. It's one of his premier records right now, man.
Mm,
That's being touched right now. Produced by DJ Cap. It's called
okay.
Grinding Girl. It's called Grinding Girl. I'm not gonna say too much about it. I'm
Right.
gonna let it speak. I'm gonna let it speak for itself. You know what I'm saying? When it come off the stove, I'm gonna let it speak for itself.
Mm,
We also got Amadeus also working on, I'm saying, a single for Sun too. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Besides all the other stuff that we got going on. So
He from the
nice.
Bronx,
V12,
right?
yeah. Amadeus is from the Bronx.
Mm,
Yeah. Son is repping the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? Son is repping the Bronx. And he's also, you know what I'm saying, supporting Imam Thug, man. And he's
Absolutely.
supporting V12. And we respect that. We
Right.
respect that.
Did he shoot the video
yeah.
for Queensmatic?
Yes, man. He shot the video
That's
for
all. That's
Queens
all
United.
under your Dream Empire conglomerate, right? That's all that.
Yes, absolutely. That's all under Empire Dream Productions. Son came out the South Side Jamaica, Queens, out right to the hood, right there. Like he came right there. Like it was no pressure. You know, we came to Queensbridge. It was no pressure. V12 in the barbershop, getting the shape up and the haircut and all of this. You know what I'm saying? Feeling real comfortable out there in the projects. You know, we
That's
just,
Yeah.
right,
you know,
bro.
yeah, we just chilling. A lot of little
Listen,
homies coming through, showing love.
right.
So you know, yeah, it's just Queensbridge energy, man. You know what I'm
Yeah.
Listen.
saying? We just here to feed the culture. That's all.
Yeah. Yo, how difficult is it to stay connected to your QB roots, and is it important?
It's extremely important. It's extremely important, man. I mean, the QB, the Queensbridge, politics is deep. You know what I'm saying? And you got to really understand it to really, know how to navigate it.
That's right.
But you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, Queensbridge is one community.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we've always been that way. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So, when I say you got to look out for that, you know what I'm saying? That new Core Mega. When I say, you got to look out, you know what I'm saying, for that new tragedy shit coming. When I say that, Capone got some new shit out with Daz right now you need to check for.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? When I tell you that V12 got some shit coming that's going to blow your, you know what I'm saying, your ladies, you know what I'm saying, panties off.
Right. Big
You know what I'm
fact.
saying? Yeah, big facts. When I say all these things, know that I mean that.
Mm.
So it's just us supporting, you know what I'm saying, each other. This is where I stand, you know what I'm saying, as the Immortal Legend, Imam Thug, and and I feel good about my space right now, man.
As you
Good.
should. As you should.
Yeah.
You work hard to
Yeah,
get to it, man. And like you said, you do the knowledge to it. You want it to work mathematically because you want it to be precise. You want it to be concise. You don't want nothing to
absolutely.
fall short or no one else to fall short. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone is each other's crush in that
These is
respect.
facts.
You know what I
These
mean?
is facts.
I like what you and V12 did, the dream, and that's pretty much what
Yes.
that's what you're talking about. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
man.
Manifesting that. Tell me
Yeah,
about
man.
album release night because your brothers was like, listen,
Yeah,
bro, talk about clean. I was
man.
cleaning in the Board of Health that day. You had that shirt
Man.
on. You know what I mean?
Man.
I mean V12 was
Oh,
on
man.
touch time. Tell V12 you was on touch time.
Oh
Oh,
man,
son, listen.
let me say this. Like V12 really put uh the tailor, man, because we went to the tailor before the event, man, and V12
Talk
really put
about
the tailor to work. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say these things. Y'all might see that on the real. Like V12 had like
it.
30 bow ties out. Like yo, he was. You know what I'm saying? He had old girl running around trying to figure out his shoes. Listen. Shout out to Blends too. Blends, everybody that was, what I'm saying, on deck, man. Man, that was a beautiful night. Shout out to the Oracle, man, and the whole Empire Dream production team
Right.
for actually having that whole immortal cake there.
Mm.
Union Hall, everybody, you know what I'm saying, the
The
whole
drink
set.
menu was even crazy. The
Drink menu was crazy.
the
Oh,
Oracle, the
man.
Queensbridge, like
Oh, man. Son, it was lit in there.
that was a night. Yeah, that was a
It was
night.
it was a night. It was the only thing we was missing that night was Chef Blue Cheese. But that's why I had him in New York City when we got there to run that play. Yeah. Shout out to Chef Blue Cheese. Sound
Man,
like a mom.
so yeah, so talking about, just to go back to what you were saying in terms of staying close to the QB roots, I think
Yes.
like even beyond QB, when we grow up in the hood, there's immense pressure to keep whatever we're doing connected to the hood, which is a beautiful
Yes.
thing because you never want to forget where you came from.
Right.
But it
That's
also
right.
sometimes prevents us, I feel like, from being able to take a risk.
I
So
agree.
I wonder, like, like how do you deal with, or do you think there's unfair criticism for artists that take a risk and do things that's, may not necessarily be consistent with the hood? Like Drake can make a record singing and harmonizing and people go crazy. You or Cormega make a record and you're harmonizing, people gonna be like, yo, what the hell? What are they doing? Yo, ain't nobody in the bridge doing
Yeah.
nothing like this. But the reality of it, you had dudes like TJ Swan back in the days
Yeah.
harmonizing and making those kind of records. So why is
That's
it, I guess,
right.
that people in the hood kind of get boxed into, like where they have to, I have to keep a hood all the time?
I think that it's just that people need to just free their minds of being creative.
Mm.
My concept is just like, I jump off the cliff, man. I go. I'm free when I'm out there.
Mm.
So there's no as long as I'm nice and I'm keeping it, you know what I'm saying? I'm keeping it where I need to keep
Yeah, on
it.
point. Right.
Yeah, I can be free. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And that doesn't keep me in one demographic or another. That's why I can make songs like The Dream.
Yeah.
That's why I can make songs like Queensmatic or Undefeated. You know what I'm saying? Or even dip into the Thug Planets or go into True Confessions or we can
Right.
take it to when you're an artist you have to free your mind. You know what I'm saying, to be free as an artist.
Mm-hmm.
That's my belief.
Yeah. And I think the reality of it is like as you grow and you get perspective and begin to experience and see different things, you're gonna want to talk about different things. And I happen to realize that like I had went to a Nas show a couple of years ago and he was in there performing like all the classic records and all that. People was going crazy and the dude stopped the show and was like, yo, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. He was like, yo, I love caviar and I like wine, but he was like, yo, I'm still a chicken wing and French fry type dude or whatever from the
On the
Chinese spot.
crate.
These is
Son.
facts.
Sitting on the crate.
Mhm.
Son, I just had the Chinese food before I had to run the play with y'all. You know what I'm saying? In real
Yeah,
time. These is
That's what I'm
facts.
talking
The
about.
chicken wing and this spot is like Wong's in the hood. This is the only Chinese spot I go to.
yeah,
100.
yeah. So that's
Yeah,
that's what I'm
son.
saying.
Yeah,
Like,
it's the mentality. It's the mentality, man. It's the mentality. It's just us just when people see mom, I remind them of a time, man. It's a
mm,
heavy time in Queensbridge, man. There's no denying it. It don't matter who you are. Nas, Havoc, it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? To the homies that's
yeah,
been out there and on the streets. When I
Right.
pop up when they see me, they know what I'm saying,
Right. Now
it's
y'all are
it's
vets,
yeah,
man. Y'all been through
man.
the
mhm.
game so long. Y'all got wisdom to
Yes.
share now.
Yo, I
You
Yes,
know
gotta
yes.
say, I gotta say though, when how you call it, like when I go back to the block though, I make sure I go to the chicken spot. Yo, you
Son.
can't you have
Yeah,
to go to the chicken spot. That's mandatory.
these
Yeah.
is facts. These is facts. But what we doing on, like we trying to what we've been working on over the past few years is trying to formulate like summer jobs. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? For like not just for like for the youth, but for like older gentlemen as well.
yeah,
Like,
that's dope.
saying, like OGs and stuff like that. Just job opportunities. I'm real big on that math as well.
Right.
Yeah,
You know what
that's
I'm saying?
dope.
When it come down to job opportunities. So we've been doing that, in different parts of the states and
Right.
things like that. So we're trying to incorporate that with our constituents in New York
Mm,
and
Right.
seeing how we can implicate our programs in the states where we can be more productive, you know what I'm saying, in the community in regards to, creating jobs and, things like that. That is my purpose behind the work is creating jobs, job creation.
Yeah,
yeah, that's
it's
dope.
funny how the universe
Yeah.
works. Because I was, we were being interviewed yesterday, and I brought up the interview we had with Rhyme Fest. And Rhyme Fest
Yeah.
was talking about organizations in Chicago that do exactly like that. And one of them was called Imam Central. Imam Central
Wow.
is this organization that got with all the corner store bodegas. They got Aki and all them in there, but
Yeah.
the only thing they're selling is beer, cigarettes, all the stuff, chips, and all that.
Unhealthy.
Yeah.
And what that
Yeah.
organization Iman Central did was get with all of them and then asked them. I pretty much made them put apples, bananas, all the fresh fruits and vegetables outside of going for a beer. If you want a beer, go get a beer. But you have an option of a banana. You have an option of an apple. You got an option of fresh
Yeah.
food. You know what I'm saying? And also, I think that same organization help brothers who come home from penitentiary get jobs. You know what I'm saying? You go to
Mm,
trade school. Just putting things in order that when you come back, when you come out from doing your time, you got there's some chances for you to get back on your feet. So that's dope that what you're doing,
dope.
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I think that it's a lot of different powerful avenues that are gonna be exercised, man. There's a lot of different powerful avenues that are being exercised right now
Right.
outside of the Empire Dream platform. You know, we got a lot of different platforms. We got a lot of different things that we got going on. But we're definitely going to implicate, you know what I'm saying, job creation into our demographic, you know what I'm saying, in regards to this music right here, man, and how we can capture the people. Because once we get their attention, then, you know what I'm saying, they get to start to listen to what we got to say. You know what I'm saying, we get to explaining to them how you can still have, you know what I'm saying, big houses and nice cars without giving your life away to the system and different things like that. Because we've been through the system, we understand. You know what I mean? The revolving door. We don't did it all. So when it come down, we ain't talking about, oh, a lot of dudes say, oh, I was upstate, I was up north. No, I'm not talking about juvenile, respect to that. But we talking about real gladiator school, you know what I'm saying? Real warfare, stuff like that, man. Where dudes just get murdered the first day you come in. So we're not gonna get this confused with no goofy, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. We're gonna be real. Yeah, son. When you're dealing with real G's, man, we're gonna just keep shit real authentic and just separate them from the rest of the, you know what I'm saying? The rest of the, you know what I'm saying, the show. The rest of the different show. Because there'd be different shows going on. You know, so we're trying to keep it, we're just trying to keep it in its right perspective. And I'm just saying that I'm just saying that to say that a lot of the streets, they can relate to an individual who've been through something opposed to someone who may be doing like a textbook version of it, a professor who may come in and try to tell you something from a book. They rather hear it from someone who's been through it. You know what I'm saying? You know, if Imam T.H.U.G say, yo, I've been through it, and I'm showing you that there's a lot of different avenues that we can take to get this money. Listen to, just build with me, is all I'm saying to you. And they just follow the matrix. You know, man, and that's it. And we all, you know what I'm saying, each one teach one, never beneath one. That's all it is. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that,
man. That real life experience is valuable.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
You need that real life experience.
We all do.
I love the energy on rep your city, son. Talk about that for you and G Wiz, son.
Man, G Wiz is a long time friend of mine, man, brother of mine, man. Him and Nas and them Wiz used to live upstairs from me. So like, you know what I'm saying? Him and Nas and, you know, Ill Will, God bless, they used to always be up and down through the hallways and shit like that when they were smaller and things like that. So I mean, you know, our families are very close. So, you know, anything I need from Wiz, you know what I'm saying? Queensbridge politics ain't never got nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying? Son gonna come through and I would do the same for him. You know what I'm saying? So so it just was like, yo, I just had this idea, man. And, you know, and I just let it roll, man, son, back and forth. It took us a little while to kind of get the track together, but we came together on it and it came out super dope, man. And I'm trying to get some visuals on that too.
Yeah. That's my energy song.
Son. We working on that. Shout out to Wiz. We working on that. Wiz is a genius too in his own right. Word. These are facts.
You named the album Immortal Legend. What for you qualifies a person to be a legend in anything? What would you say makes a person a legend?
I think it comes from how the people depict you. You know, all I did was like featured tracks, and people consider me a legend off of that. They consider me a legend off of True Confessions. They didn't even look at an Illuminati. I'm like, what about Driver's Seat? What about the Thug Planet? What about, you know, this, that? So people already had their own perspective as, you know, Imam T.H.U.G being a legend and different things like that. So, you know, it worked for me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it worked for me. I'm just saying, like, you know, it worked for me. I'm trying to give them more right now. That's all.
Give more you got. Give people what they want.
I just want to give them more. I just want to give them more. You know this, man.
Give people what they want.
Yeah, they're gonna get more, man. I'm cooking, man. My studio is hot right now.
So from the album, the two features that stand out to me the most on the album is, of course, Prodigy, you know, posthumously.
That's hands
but
down.
also Black Poet, because a lot of people don't really know the Screwball history, and Black Poet is the last surviving member of Screwball, right?
That is absolutely correct, man. And you know what, like, First of all, when rest in peace to Prodigy, forever P. We obviously want to get back to that, but with Black Poet was one of the first Queensbridge assassins that I witnessed, like with my own two eyes, like when I was in the streets and stuff like that. We was just in school and different things like that. Like Poet, I went to Poet crib one day because we live on the same block. When I went to his crib one day, man, and like a Poet like had boxes. Like I'm serious, man. He had boxes underneath his bed of rhymes, and I was trying to think like dude, how could you write so much like that? It blew my mind. Cause I used to see Trash writing in the hallway in his books and stuff like that, but Son had like boxes of rhymes underneath his bed. Poet,
right?
This is facts. And I was like, yo, this dude is. This is before he started doing shit with Hot Day and everything. Like he was already like like he was. Poet is a beast. He always been a beast.
Talk about preparation. That's preparation.
Poet is still a beast, man. And I can't see him going out no other way, man. Shout out to, you know what I'm saying? Who
Yeah, yo, that yeah. A lot of people don't know about Screwball and don't give Screwball that credit, but Screwball was there early, man.
They made a big mark too, man. I watched them. I watched a lot of people, a lot of MCs come up while I was like coming up the ranks. I saw a lot of people come up and like really shine. You know what I'm saying? I was like, wow. And I was always waiting for my turn to shine, man. But I was always like seeing everybody come. Everybody. The DMXs, God bless. The Loxes came through. It was like so many people coming through, man. You know what I'm saying? Cameron came through. There was a lot of people coming through. And there was a lot to be proud of because hip hop was growing. You know what I'm saying? But I was always just like waiting, like, all right, cool. I was always just like, all right, I'm ready. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? So it was always that desire, that hunger. And I just say that to say that desire, hunger never left me. You know what I'm saying? And it still remains there. Even though I'm still happy for everybody who did what they did. You know what I'm saying? The Locks and everybody who came out and made their mark. You know what I'm saying? Did what they did. It's exciting. You know what I'm saying? It made me feel good. And it inspired me, man. Yeah.
It should, bro. Because your preparedness meets your purpose or your passion, and you can see it. Like the God said, you can see your glow, Lord. Word is God.
Man. I appreciate y'all, man.
Yo, this is a good way though. This is a good way to look at it. So Young P said the impact you have on people and the mark you leave on the world makes you a legend, in my opinion. That's true. Like, you know, what you leave behind. I asked V12 this. I'm gonna ask you.
That go back to purpose. Purpose.
That's right.
Yo, everything bigger than yourself.
Yeah, I had asked V12 this. I asked you too. Like, yo, with so many swordsmen and QB, you know, everybody getting at it, everybody with balls. Like, what do you do to stand out in a hood full of talent? Because I told him, I was like, yo, for a long time, QB was the minor leagues, boy, for rap. Yo, dudes was all the record labels was just swarming around. All you had to do was like, yo, from QB, you got a deal.
That's a fact.
You just knew you was getting something out of QB, yo.
Yeah, I think it's just a matter of just sticking to what you know and sticking to what you do. You know what I'm saying? Queensbridge always been infested with MCs. That ain't nothing new. It's always been that way. Listen, Freddy Krueger, Immortal Thug turned into an MC. That can happen. Nothing surprises me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that to say that the bridge always been infested with MCs, man. Everybody, you know what I'm saying, is in their own bag. V12 is like, you know, he's part of that infamous brand. So I don't try to, like, you know, take him from that. I don't try to put him into an immortal, you know what I'm saying, world. I let him be infamous.
Right.
Yeah, be infamous. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's who you are, my G. Be infamous, and I'm going to support you. And I'm going to support that because I support the mob. I love the mob.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Tom 80, the infamous mob. You know what I'm saying? GOD. You know what I'm saying? God, QB, Gotti. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, man. Word is born, man. Everybody.
Where were you on that illustrious day V12 shut down QB, all 96 billion, 6 blocks with V12 blowing it down? And I seen the visual that I was like, there's a lot of motherfuckers outside that day.
Yes. Yes. You know what? I did get the phone call about that, but the dog probably most likely could have been anywhere, you know what I'm saying, across the world, anywhere in the States.
Right. Could have been right.
Yeah. At that time I could have been in a lot of different places.
Oh
These
man.
is facts. Yeah. Yeah,
Yo,
active, but you know, we
what
should
have you
be
what
good.
what have you learned? What have you learned about the process of making an album from being on the executive side versus from being on the artist side? Like what have you learned?
I've learned to listen to the people around you.
Absolutely. That's a jewel.
Yeah,
Now that's a
man.
jewel, bro, because
Yes.
people look far and wide for information. A lot of times it's right up under your fucking nose. You know what I
Listen,
mean?
man.
Sometimes all you gotta do is listen. Ain't
You
that
have
ain't
to.
that the definition of knowledge? Look, listen, and observe.
Yeah.
Close your mouth.
That's
So
right.
what is it they
That's
told? What
right.
is it that they
That's
told you
right.
that
Okay.
you learned to listen to?
Uh, trust the people around you, man. What they say. I mean, it's
Mm,
kind of like self-explanatory. It's kind of like, when I have a thought about something that I wanna put across.
Right.
Just let's just say like maybe a song or something I want to do. Like I'll do a song. Uh, I lay it down. The first verse is fire. I'll do the second verse. And the oracle will be like, listen, that second verse ain't really, you could do better than that. I'm like, oh word.
There you go.
mm,
Yeah, you could do better than
That
that. I'm
type
like,
of
oh wow. Yeah. So then I go back in, come back, and guess what? The second verse is lit. So I'm like, oh, okay. And sometimes, what I'm saying, I write a song, like even on Immortal Legend, a lot of songs I wrote, but then when I spit the verses backwards, it sounds better than when first verse to second. It's man,
mm,
it was like, yeah, that the energy was weird. Like, I don't know. I'm in a creative space where, it's a lot going on, man. And I'm just
mhm.
trusting the energy. And I'm trusting the people around me too.
Yeah.
You see
You know what I'm
that?
saying?
You said something about watching everybody else do their thing, X everybody, and now this
Yes.
is your time, and you feel it, and I can see it, and you should just step right into it, Lord. Just step right
Mhm.
into it. Use
Yes.
the imagination, as wild as it is. I always talk
Yes.
about how people don't use that enough, but use that, man. The world is your blank canvas. Paint that shit. Fuck it.
These is facts.
Mm.
These
Paint
is
all
facts.
over it, man. Put it out there, man, because the energy gonna give it back. For real.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, man. Absolutely, man. I mean, in regards to like, saying Queensbridge, man, I love the hood so much, man. God bless my mom Dukes. Like, she used to always tell me, like, yo, Mike, you going out to the bridge? Like, so it's like, Queensbridge is just it's kind of like I don't know, man.
It's a universe all to itself.
Yeah, I mean, it's something that's in like that's in your soul. You know what I'm saying that's in my soul. And
In your DNA.
yeah, it's in my DNA. It's 'cause it's different. You know what I'm saying? So it's only right that we're here to explore and give the energy to the hip hop culture around the world. I want
Right.
I
Yeah,
want everyone around the world to get this vibe. You know what I'm saying? To get
yeah.
this Imam thought, to get this Immortal Legend vibe, man. This is the potion right here.
Yo, so what's your muse like? What lets you tapping into those creative juices? Because I know people get writer's block or they feel like I'm stuck. I'm gonna chill for a minute, but then something usually happens that makes them kind of be like, all right, yo, I'm on go mode. I'm just cranking them out. So what got you inspired and what's got you going now at the magnitude that you're going?
I think it's just the appetite. I think it's the appetite for more. Right now, like I've said before, man, like I have an appetite that has not been satisfied. You
Mm,
know, my appetite is not satisfied. So it doesn't matter, who's around. It never mattered. That when I did Thug Planet, you had the Wu Tang around. You had Raekwon and everybody there. It was a lot of love. But you know what I'm saying. Only thing that matters is that you show up
Right.
mm,
and that you step up. And then right now, that's the only thing that matters.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Is that the thugs show up and step up. It don't matter who's you know what I'm saying, on the platform.
What's what?
Yeah, none of that matters no
You
more,
on
man.
call, son? Just call
Yeah,
me.
man. Yeah, my appetite for more, man, is bigger than anything right
That's
now.
what's up.
Yes, sir.
That's what's up. Now
Yeah,
that you
man.
have, Immortal Legend done,
Yes.
are they any mixed cakes going on before you get to the next project?
Oh man, I would really like that. I'm having too much fun making records right now.
Actually, stay in your lane. Fuck it.
Yo, hold on,
Yeah,
hold on, hold on,
but
hold on,
even though
hold
we're
on.
gonna do so, we're gonna do a freestyle. We're gonna do something exclusive. We're gonna do something exclusive to shake shit up.
Right,
However, it's really about making big records right now.
as you
Mm.
should. And that's how I
Yeah,
feel
man.
about that song, The Dream. I think that's a song that can actually be played anywhere on any
That's what I
time.
was, and that's why I asked you
Wow.
earlier about
Yeah.
the ability to not have to be married to, because we, when we come from the hood, dudes feel like every record they make gotta be, about the hood, and they can't experiment and step out, and
Yeah,
Right.
like they make the music
longevity.
only for themselves in the hood, but like the world is bigger than the hood.
Yeah, man. But you know what? It takes a certain mind to kind of like translate that, right?
Mm.
Because everybody has their own translation
Right.
of how they want to depict music, right? And want to accept music and different things like that. But when you have bright minds uh, who can see where certain records can go, then it allows us to monetize these types of records and put them in the right demographic where they
Nice.
belong, where they can thrive,
Right.
where they can, you know what I'm saying,
Mm-hmm.
breathe.
Flourish.
You know
Now
what I'm
they can
saying?
flourish.
Yes, yes, and be accepted. So as a label, we're kind of like working on monetizing a lot of our alternative records and getting them in front of the right audiences and
Right.
and seeing they can how they can develop, like a lot of the boom bap records
Mm-hmm.
are developing and things like that. We want these other records to develop as well. And the Dream was produced by Steve Solo. Let's be clear.
Yeah, no, I noticed that. Yeah, is
You
that
know what
him?
I'm
Is
saying?
that him actually like singing on it too?
Well,
With
man,
V12?
I'm gonna tell you this. I wrote a chorus for the song,
Nice.
and Steve told me, he said, "Yo, this is not strong enough." I said, "For real?" And this is go back to like trusting your team, right?
Right. Right.
I said, "For real, Steve?" He said, "Man," he said, "Imam." I said, "All right, so we're gonna use it as a bridge." He said, "Okay, a bridge is good, but the chorus, no." He said, "I'm
Mm.
gonna write the chorus." I said, "Okay." Now let me hear what you got. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I ain't shut him down. Obviously, this is Steve Solo. Throw out a go. So I said,
Mm-hmm.
"Let me see what you got." I already threw V12 in the mix. He was already flowing with it. You know what I'm saying? So we
Right.
was already going. Steve came back with the phenomenal chorus. Not only did he write the chorus, man, but he sang the chorus. He did it. He performed
Wow,
it.
that was him.
Look at that.
You know what I mean? And it was
Shout out
like,
to
and it
Solo.
blew me away, man. Word up. And I didn't even ask for that beat. I wanted like something else. And he was like, "I know what you wanted, but I want you to try this." And he gave it to me like that. And he was just pushing me to go to higher limits as an artist to see if
Mm-hmm.
I can exceed my
Testing.
own limits. Yeah. And I
Yo,
appreciated that.
that's what I'm talking about. Like, yo, the ability and willingness to take a risk. Like a true artist,
Yeah.
like I'm gonna keep it a stag with you. Like some of the recent stuff that Kanye has done, it may not be my favorite Kanye stuff, but what I do appreciate about it is the
It's
fact that
good.
as an artist, he's willing to create and take the risks and do something
Yeah.
different. And I think that you can't get the true reward without the willingness to take the risk. So when I hear records like that, I'm like, yo, Iman Thug is stepping away from the regular traditional Iman Thug and taking risks. Like, yo, he's really thinking about, right, I got to appeal to a different demographic. And
Audience.
to me,
Right.
that tells me like
Yes.
that shows me your growth as an artist.
Man, and I tell you, and just to credit what you're saying, it goes back. I'm gonna credit my guy Blends, man. Shout out to DJ Blends with the whole dance mix and how he came to me with that.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Man, Imam, you gotta understand, like this, where this music comes from. This is our break dancers. This is our guys before
Mm.
we got to this. Like this is it was a lot of deep science,
Now,
you
yeah, I
know."
can see, I can feel it, yo. Because
Yeah, this is like graffiti stuff, break dancing stuff. This was like a lot, this was a lot I gave Blends the acapellas, man. I said, listen, man, let me see what you got, man. And I tell you, when he brought that back, and I sent it to Steve to get mixed,
Mm-hmm.
Steve couldn't believe it. He was like, how did he speed that up like that? Like, how did he
Yeah,
do that?
yeah,
But you know what? I can see the break dancers. I can see the graffiti artists. I can see that. So
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna look to try to paint these pictures. You know what I'm saying? Over the even though we're going through the tail end of this project, we're still trying to get these visuals out to the people
Mm-hmm.
as we transition into the next phase. That may be a lot more darker. That may be a lot more boom bap.
Mm-hmm.
According to what's being recorded right now.
right.
Yeah.
Because we do want to give the people what they want too.
Nah,
Yeah.
you cover all bases,
Yeah.
man.
Yo, you
Yeah,
on
so we
that's
working on
you and
that.
your executive mind. You and your executive mind right now, though.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Definitely
yeah.
have
I'm
you on your
trying my
executive
best,
mind.
fellas.
The corporate
I'm
thought.
trying my best. I'm trying my best, and I'm hoping that I'm hoping that also that my beloved brothers that came before me that taught me that brought me into this game. You know what I'm saying? The tragedies, the Capone, the Norris,
Mm-hmm.
can really appreciate the extension of what I'm saying what's been birthed from what
Yeah.
was created.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's really all a compliment to we all compliment one another. At the end of the day, this is a compliment to that, to that whole brand.
Right.
And I'm
Yeah.
gonna stand on. I'm gonna stand here. I'm gonna stay that. You know what I'm saying? Mom
About
Thug
that.
252. Yeah, if it wouldn't have been for 252, if it wouldn't been for my experience with seeing and going through what I've gone through with them, it wouldn't have taught me to be, you know, who I am today,
Well,
Yeah.
and
Queen,
yeah, as
Queens
strong
is
as I am today.
right. And Queens is a different cloth anyway. That's a, you know what I mean? It's a
Absolutely,
different material. Just the way of life out there, man. So you got to pay homage to what brought you here. What was set before you.
absolutely,
Absolutely.
absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely. And then also, I just want to shout out my brother Lord Nez. You know what I'm saying? Who
God,
just
the
dropped a
God
new
is
project.
soulful. The
Yeah,
God was
man, that's
on.
my
He was
brother,
live.
Yeah.
He was live on IG going through some music. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
man.
niggas in the crate
Man,
somewhere. Where
I'm gonna
he
tell you
pulling that
something.
out?
Listen, this brother is one of the he's one of the most upcoming producers coming in this age right now. So I'm telling you, please believe me when I say this to you.
I believe
He's
it.
coming. He's coming. He's coming. Shout out, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man Lord Nez and
Mm-hmm.
his artist Treble also, who's on my Imam T.H.U.G record. You know what I'm saying? She
Okay.
made this record just phenomenal. Just her contribution. It was like some Hurricane G vibe. You know what I'm saying? It's
Hurricane
crazy.
G.
Yeah. The vibe is crazy. So you
Right.
know,
Yo,
yeah, that
let me
so we
plug.
working.
We got a Lord Nez interview that we're gonna have coming up too in early October. He gonna be on the show. Yeah,
Yes.
the bro
That's the
got
good luck.
definitely got some heat. Yo, Iman,
Yeah.
what you working? How you working? Boy, I had spoke to V12 about this, and me and Rob, we kind of been thinking that we probably gonna put together a No Ideas original compilation. So we may be hollering at you
Wow.
to get a verse while you on fire.
Dude.
While you cooking? We might slip
We
something
need, we
in
need an
the
immortal
kitchen
16, Lord. We need
ease
an
it up a
immortal
little bit.
Cons-
16.
consider it done. Consider it done.
Word is bomb.
Consider it done, son. That's a whole play on the play, man. We're gonna go ahead and lace that in real time and make that a whole play. Don't even ask twice, son. All you gotta do is send me that shit through the email.
Right.
Yeah,
And it's up.
I
Yeah, it's
appreciate you.
up. It's up. It's up. It's up from right there, man. You know what I'm saying? It's up from right there. So, it's just a lot of hard work right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm feeling real good about everybody right now that's putting in their hard work. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that's supporting Imam Thug, you know what I'm saying? My man Gun Productions, shout out to him, man. We got something new coming through the pipeline that's really big.
Right.
You know, my man DJ Modesty, man. Modesty
Mm.
sending more music through. He did the Queen's man. He did 3 songs on the Immortal
Yeah,
Legend.
yeah,
So yeah, he coming through with more heat. So we looking to build him up too. So we want to make sure we build up all of everybody that support us. We want to make sure everybody get built up, man.
Yes,
yeah.
sir. Who did we
Yo,
outside?
Oh man, we outside. That was Jay Pluto, man. Shout out to Jay Pluto. Yeah. Shout
was
out to
nice.
Jay Pluto. Shout out to Rock and Piff. Now I'm gonna tell you that song right there. Ruck brought that beat to the table.
Mm-hmm.
Ruck hit me up. He said, "Yo, King, I need to be on this project." I'm like, "Yo, see, listen, say no more." I said, "Say no more, son." And he introduced me to the young producer, Jay Pluto. He said, "Yo, my son got some heat." So
Mm.
That's
hey,
dope.
yeah, me
There's
son, like,
a lot of young ones
yeah,
out there really putting in work, bro.
yeah.
Yeah.
But that's that. But there's nothing wrong with what I'm saying, showing love to those
Absolutely.
prospects, right?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with supporting one another and bringing each other up. And that's what I exercise when I start. When Lord Ness say, "Yo, God, you the first person to put my production on the project on a major level." That feels good to me.
Yeah.
You
That's
Yeah.
know what
right.
I'm saying?
That's right.
Yeah, son. Yeah,
That's a
because this
power
is what we
pill right
want to
there,
do.
bro.
Yeah.
Listen, man,
Yo, that
it's
we outside.
unselfish.
Yeah, that we
Unselfish.
outside joint give me like summer vibes. Like that could be like an anthem.
That shit is
You got
hot.
the hook and everything. I'm like, damn, like yo, yeah,
Yo,
you got
Listen.
that joint.
the whole project gave you a variety. Of course, we got
Yes.
our thug shit, but then it was like, all right, I can listen to this, and that's when I sat down and listened to the Dream, and then we outside. I got right back up. I'm like, rep my city. Hold on, son. I gotta move.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
and what was dope about it, I'm gonna keep it all the way a stat, is that I can listen to that album. I don't have to fast forward.
Man, son.
And that
I
happens. Like
appreciate
when you
that.
can
Thank you.
listen from 1 to 12
Thank
and
you.
keep it on repeat, where you could be washing dishes and it's still playing because the vibe in it is
Son.
word is bond. I was sitting in my house. I said, you know what? I got the guard on it. Let me really just get into this and listen to it. And I'm like,
You cleaning the whole crib.
this is a whole piece. This is a piece of work. Son. And
And
I'm
back
sitting
into
here.
the
I
garage at
got
the
the
same
dogs
time.
outside. Yes. Yo,
See, yo, he was
Son,
he was
I
turned
feel
check,
you.
check, yo, and back
that's
to the
it, son.
garage.
Yo, that's
That's
that
it,
vibe.
bro.
But that's what it do to you. So when I'm cleaning my crib, son, it do the same thing to me, man. I throw the album on and I be mopping over here from the air. I be in the fucking outside the back next to you. It'd be crazy. So I
Cutting
get it, man.
grass. I got my earphones on.
That's what good music do to you though, man.
That's right.
It's the
That's what I'm saying.
variety. It's the variety.
Yo, so we started earlier, and I was saying that we see you on the gram, and you smiling, you look happy. Like I see a lot of
Yeah,
just personal and professional growth in you, and I was
man.
wondering, like, what how do you feel you've grown as a person now versus from when the world first met Imam Thug? Like, how have you grown as a person?
Just do a lot of my mistakes, man.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Accountability.
They keep
Accountability.
it a whole bando. Yeah, man. Accountability. A lot of my mistakes. I made a lot of mistakes. Um, a lot of life's adversities caused me to be very angry.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? Very upset. You know what I'm saying? Very like hurt.
mm-hmm.
And when you have all of these things on you, man, and you really don't have an outlet to really exercise these things, man. It can all come out in the wrong ways, and a lot of times it can come out on the wrong people. A lot of
Oh,
people we care about get hurt, and when we learn that part of you know mental health, you know what I'm
That's
saying, then we kind of like learn how to like deal with things differently, right? We learn how to deal with people different. We learn how to put ourselves in other people's shoes and be like, all right,
empathy.
damn, how would I feel if what I'm saying? And I'm just saying that's just all boiled down to growth too, because when we was young, we didn't care about nothing,
mm-hmm.
right? We
You
didn't
want to hear
care about
shit.
nobody's feelings. We didn't care about how nobody felt. You know what I'm saying? You can hear that like in check it, yo, give a fuck about your feelings. Like I just brought that vibe back because I was just wanted to like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You know what I'm
Lit.
saying? Like exercise, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
Right.
relate to the, you know what I'm saying, to the community because it's what it is. But when you grow, you got to come to a different space, man, and you got to try to understand people more. You got to try to understand yourself more. Like
mm,
Jahado Akbar, the greatest struggle is the struggle within self. You know what I'm saying? We got to understand self. That's going to be our greatest struggle.
mm. Facts. So what's the vision for Empire Dream Productions? Where do you see it going?
Empire Dream Productions is it's going into everything that we plan, man. Film, music, and entertainment. There's no limit on that. I would like to say the sky's the limit, but the sky can never be the limit when there's footprints on the moon. So we're here to be creative, man. We have a lot of creative people around us. We're looking to get with a lot of different creative writers as we start to project some of our film ideas out. And also we're looking to bring some of our guys that we're working with up with us, like the Amadeus's, like the Rich Nice's. Shout out to my man Nice Flicks, Rich Nice, and different things like that. Everybody that we work with, we want to make sure that we can keep them involved with what we're doing.
Dope. Well, we appreciate you, man. Yo, you got our support. Like I said, like yo, I see you on the ground. Like yo, Iman's doing it. He in grind mode, boy. Tell you, boy, got the Bruce Leroy glow. He ain't and focus, yo. But yo, that's good, man. Yo, that's that good energy, man.
You're on your map,
God. That means you want. That means you do what you need to do, man.
I appreciate it, God. I appreciate it, man. Man. We just keeping the Almighty power first. You know what I'm saying? Because that's our best friend. The Almighty power is our first consultant, and the Almighty power kind of like gears us to where we need to go. And also. When the devils come out, he's sending the angels out too with the swords to come out and protect us in our spiritual wars too.
Right.
So, what I'm saying? There's a lot of spiritual wars too. It ain't all about the physical. So you got to be in tune with your spiritual self and the spiritual wars that go on around you. And just trying to keep your energy in the right place so that your wars and your battles can go down accordingly.
That's it. Last man standing in the middle of the major war.
Yo, that's like one of my
dinosaurs.
Right, bro.
Lord, wasn't like mine or yours.
That's the type of shit they put up in your fucking drawers. Gotta fill them out. Figure out the major flaws. Thinking I can catch one in the back of Mega Home.
You
know what I'm saying?
Classic. Yeah. Yo, Immortal Legend is out now. Make sure you run it up, stream it on all the platforms.
Right now.
Check out Imam T.H.U.G. If you guys want to follow Imam T.H.U.G, also let me make sure we get his handle up right there, Imam_T.H.U.G_QB on Instagram. You got a Facebook? You on Facebook too?
Yeah, I'm on Facebook. You can follow Imam T.H.U.G on Facebook, but I'm really relative on the gram. That's my most active. You can find me on TikTok and all of that too. We all over the place. You can just Google Imam T.H.U.G and just follow your own path. You know what I'm saying? We outside. We outside. Make sure you follow V12, the Black Sinatra. You know what I'm saying? Go check that Lord Nez album. And if you ain't checked the Amadeus, you know what I'm saying? Amadeus is single. You know what I'm saying? Check it out. All his work is going on right now too. The infamous Amadeus. Shout out to my brothers, man. Party G, Blazini, and the whole set. You heard? Yeah.
Salute, Imam. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you for pulling up on us.
Peace, God.
Thank you, fellas.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in tonight on the No Ideas Original Podcast. We'll catch you on the next one. Iman, stick around. I want to build with you backstage.
Facts. I'm here, King. Let me get a shot.